Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Alphalete haul. So we are now on drop 5. I actually cannot believe I've done a review video on every single drop that's launched since Alphalete have rebranded themselves. This one is a very heavily Tenacity launch. In fact, everything is the Tenacity fabric. So if you're not a fan of Tenacity, then this video is not going to be for you. However, I was very much not a Tenacity fan, but it's really grown on me and I'm actually really surprised how much I am loving the Tenacity pieces. Not everything's for me, but there's a few things that I'm like, yes, I love this. So this is a completely honest and completely unsponsored review video. I have purchased everything myself. I haven't got everything from the launch, but I've got the majority of things, and there are some things that I really wished I would have got, but I'm gonna go back and actually get them because I don't know why I didn't get them. But I'll go through absolutely everything from how it fits to how it feels to how it performs, so you guys can actually see what it looks like and what it feels like when it's actually on. So let's actually start with what they have actually launched in this new drop. So they have brought out a new flex hoodie with a hood, and I'm really excited for that. So I do have that item to show you guys. We've got the Starr bodysuit, I've also got that. The flex tank I've also got. This isn't actually though a new piece, they have dropped this before, but they have just brought it out in some new colors. The cocoa short I've not actually got. I don't know, now it's getting into winter, I feel like that I would only wear them around the house, and I don't feel like now it's getting colder I'm gonna wear them, so I've skipped them. The Vic Bra, absolutely love the Vic Bra. It's a very minimal bra, but if you like minimal, then you will like it. I do also have that to show you. Now I have missed the teeny shorts, and I just knew that they're not going to be for me. I'm not really a shorts lover, and they're so tiny, and they're not a high-rise pair of shorts either. So I just knew those shorts were not going to be for me. So I've not got them. The Everyday Elevate leggings, I've got them obviously to show you because that is a new item that they've never dropped before. It's very similar to the Everyday Core leggings, so if you love that, then you will love these because they have got a new and improved fit, and I do actually like how they sit high rise as well, so looking forward to trying them out. They've also got some new colors of the Annika skirt and the Annika polo. I did actually miss them because again, it's not really my sort of vibe, and this is the one thing that I wish I actually did get. So the Karina bra, it's got a racer back bra, and I think it will fit lovely with the flex tank. I don't know why I didn't get it. I should have got it. And they do actually have two different sizes. So they have an AB cup, and then they also have a CD cup. So that's really good for you bigger chested people. But I don't know why I didn't get it. And I am going to go back and get it because it actually does look really nice. A lot more supportive and not as minimal as your other bras. So yes, that is everything that's brought out in drop 5. So yeah, as I've mentioned, it is very Tenacity based. Obviously, I don't have every single color here to show you just because I have had to purchase the items myself. So it does obviously get a little bit expensive if I'm trying to get every single item that's dropped plus every single color. So I hope you can appreciate that. So we're going to start off with the Everyday Elevate leggings. Now this color that I've got here is called Grove. Now I'm going to be honest, this is quite like a bright green color. I think this color is going to grow on me. I would have preferred it in the color Court Green. That's more of like a darker green, and I think that color for autumn would be beautiful, but they don't actually have the Court Green in the Everyday Elevate. They've got this in the color Black, Skyline, Pewter, which is like a grey color. I do have the pewter color to show you. And then they've also got the color Iris, which is like this sort of like bright purpley color. I think out of all of the colors, it was between Iris and this color. I think the Skyline's a beautiful color. This is the color Skyline that I've got on now, but for the autumn time, I just feel like this is more of like a summery color. So I'm really looking for those like dark, deep colors for autumn. But yes, this is the color Grove. So it is quite a bright green. So if you're unfamiliar with the Tenacity fabric, it's more of a softer, like real soft, smooth fabric. It's not like that cottony feel to the material that you've seen on like the Amplify and the Pump. It's got more of like a brushed effect. So it is very soft and very smooth and more stretchier, I would say, than the Amplify and the Pump. So these leggings are ultra high rise. Now I much prefer a high rise or an ultra high rise pair of leggings. I take all the tummy control that I can get, and I just feel a lot more comfortable and more covered up with a high rise as opposed to a mid or low rise. I have got these in a size small. Now I am in between sizes, and a lot of people have said with the Tenacity to size up if you're in between sizes. However, from my previous experience with trying Tenacity, I actually have found that sizing down is fine. However, looking at this waistband, it does seem very small, and it is a little bit more compressive. Like there's not as much stretch on there, and it's got like this tight sort of elasticated band across the top of the leggings. So I feel that's gonna like pull you in, but my concern is now, is it actually gonna create bulges on me? So we'll see when we put them on anyway. You do have a tonal Alphalete logo on the back. I don't even know if you can see that, but it is the new logo and it is tonal on the back of these. I've mentioned that these are high rise. So these do have a scrunch. It is a hidden scrunch. It's very subtle. It's not going to be like your Amplify or your Pump scrunch where it's more noticeable. If you want more of a subtle contour, then you will love the Elevate leggings. Now lengthwise, these do seem actually quite long. I'm petite, I'm 5'4", so we'll see what the scrunching's like at the bottom. Now with these leggings as well, you do have an elongated gusset, so it does come down quite far down on the inside of your legs. So we'll see again what that looks like. We'll see if there's any front CT or anything in these leggings. But yeah, no, they do feel very soft, very comfortable. I would say the Everyday Elevate is more for like your yoga, your Pilates, walking, going for like coffee runs, lounging around the house. It's just a very soft and comfortable material. But if you do want more support and more shape and more performance-based leggings, then I think the Pump or the Amplify are better to train in than the Tenacity fabric. So next up we have the Vic Bra. So this is an open back sports bra. This is more for an A to B cup sized person. If you are bigger chested, I maybe would avoid this bra and go for the Karina bra, just because they do have an option for bigger chest size. But I love an open back bra. I have tried a lot of the Amplify minimal bras before, and being a smaller chested person, like I feel that they're fine on me. So again, this is a Tenacity fabric. It's buttery soft. Absolutely love the back on this. I've not actually seen a back design like this before. So it is like a square open back. Now what you can do is you can move the straps at the back up, so it can be high across your back, or you can bring the straps down and have it lower, depending on how you want to wear the sports bra. And then these straps here are adjustable as well, so you can adjust them to fit your back as well, which is really nice as well. These do have built-in cups as well, and there is a pocket on there to remove them should you want to. Personally, I always leave the cups in just because I feel like it gives me a little bit of extra support and makes me feel a lot more comfortable. Now this strap at the bottom is not adjustable, but it is quite stretchy and very elasticated, so I don't feel like we're going to have any issues there. So we'll see what this looks like when we put it on. Again, this is in the colour Grove. So this is the Flex Tank, the longer version in the colour Grove as well. Now I've already got this in lots of different colours. I do really like this. I feel like it's great if you want to sort of have something that meets and greets with your leggings. Because the Everyday Elevate are quite high rise, I wouldn't necessarily mind wearing a sports bra, but definitely when I have like mid rise, I do like to wear a longer length top. So this does not have built-in cups or built-in padding. It is the Tenacity soft material. It is quite thin. It does have contouring lines down the front as well to give you some shape and help to sort of pull your waist in. It does also have a racer back style design. Now with the new Karina bra, the one that I wanted to get but didn't get, which I'm gonna go and get, would be perfect because it's the same sort of design as this tank top. The straps of the sports bra are gonna match up to the straps on this. So yeah, I wish I got the Karina bra, basically is what I'm saying, because it's a racer back as well, and this is a racer back. So it would look really nice with those two together and sort of give you some padding on the inside because this one does not have it. So that is the flex tank top. So we're going to go put all that on now so you can see what they look like on, and then we'll go through how they fit and feel. This set is so comfortable. Honestly, it feels so nice against your skin. The material is really stretchy and really buttery soft. So it's so comfortable. So this is the Vic Sports Bra. So as you can see, it does have a slight curve at the bottom of the sports bra. It's got a U-shaped neck design. Do have these straps, which are again nice and soft. They don't feel like they're digging in or anything like that. These straps are adjustable as well. You've got your built-in padding. They are removable, as I've mentioned before, and I just feel like it fits really, really nicely. It doesn't come up too high, but then it's not too low. So I am feeling like I am getting a good amount of coverage from this sports bra. I know from their previous minimal amplify sports bra that did not have a lot of coverage, but this one I do feel a lot more covered. I do feel a lot more comfortable in this one. I do actually really like this color when it's on. I was a little bit unsure when I got it out of the packaging, but as I said, I think it's a color that's going to grow on me. And then my favorite thing about this is the back design. It's going to be such a good sports bra to train back in. So as I've mentioned, this band at the bottom, like you can move it. So if you want it sort of like lower down, you can move the straps down, like completely up to you how high you have this strap at the back. And then this band at the bottom is not adjustable, but as you can see, it is quite stretchy. So again, it's not sort of like digging into my back or anything. And then these straps at the side, you can adjust those depending on the width of your back. I think this sports bra for back day is going to be such a good design to train in. Honestly, it's going to look amazing on your back. And if you are like me and like to show off your back gains, like you're going to love this. But if you do have a bigger chest, obviously just be mindful that this sports bra is more for an A to B cup person as opposed to anything larger. If you do have a larger chest, Karuna sports bra will probably be a lot better for you. And if you want more of a supportive sports bra, then go for the Karuna bra. Obviously not tried it, but just from what I've seen on the website, it definitely looks much more supportive than this one. But that being said, like I don't feel like I'm gonna fall out or anything in this. Like this is a really good fit. I'm again in between sizes and I do have a big back and big shoulders, so I am quite broad and I have sized down to a small. I would say stick to your true size, and if you are in between sizes, you could potentially size down in this, as I have done, and it fits really, really nicely. So moving on to the leggings then. So they do sit above my belly button, so just above my belly button. Now what I would say is there is scrunching at the bottom, but if you try and hoist them up to where they're not sort of like meant to sit, you do get a front CT. So just be mindful of that, especially if you're trying to sort of like make the scrunch sit more in your glutes. It is going to pull the fabric up at the front. So when you put them on, where they sit naturally is meant to be where they sit. If you try and hoist the material up, you will get that front CT. So just be mindful of that. I do feel like how they sit does give you a nice subtle contour, slight glute separation, nothing too in your face. And if you're not a scrunch person, like this subtle scrunch I think will be perfect for you because it doesn't look like a scrunch, but you are still getting shape. So at the side of these leggings, you do have a contour that curves around, again just to help shape the side of your legs and give you a nice contoured shape. They do have those on both sides. I do still have quite a bit of stretch in the material. Again, I'm in between sizes. I've sized down to a small. I would say that these are true to size. The only thing that slightly feels a little bit uncomfortable is they have at the back here a tighter band, which is meant to sort of like pull you in. But I do feel like it is quite tight on the back. It's not causing too much bulging, but I would have preferred maybe like a little bit more room on the waist. But overall, like I am really happy with these leggings. They're so comfortable and so movable. They honestly feel feel so nice. Great for lounging around the house, going for coffee runs. They are a very comfortable and practical pair of leggings. I don't feel like uncomfortable whatsoever. So you do have the same sort of brushed fabric, buttery soft fabric all the way down. The only contouring details are these ones at the side. At the front, you do have a slight dip on the contour of the waistband, again to give you some contouring shape. These aren't a seamless pair of leggings. Obviously, you have seams on the inside of the legs, you've got seams on the outside. They're not seamless. They're not like your pump, they're not like your Amplify where you have your seamless style. And as I've mentioned, you do have an elongated gusset, which comes just a little bit above my knee. So it does come quite far down, but I don't personally mind elongated gussets. Like, I don't feel like there's any issue at all with them. So there is no front CT, even when my legs are together, it doesn't create that. However, if you were to pull the material up, then you would get that. So as I've mentioned, these do have a lot of gathering at the bottom. These will be perfect for tall people, but I tend to wear socks over my leggings anyway, so it doesn't bother me. But these are longer in length than your Amplify and your pump as well. So yeah, let me know what you think to this set in the comments. I actually really like this. It's really comfortable and it's something that I would buy again. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. I don't necessarily feel that I should have sized up just because it fits me so nicely everywhere else. It's just literally this strap across the back, which has like a tighter elasticated band in. I don't feel like it's pushing up much and creating big bulges on my waist. I do also like how this curve comes up onto the waistband again. I feel like that sort of helps to make your waist look smaller as well. So yes, let me know your thoughts so far in the comments. So this is the Flex Tank. This is what it looks like on. It's a very fitted top. So if you want that sort of like pulling in and the shape, then you will absolutely love this. If you don't like something like really compressive and tight, then it probably is not a top that's for you, because this one, as you can see, is very fitted to the body. It's almost like a corsety vibe. You do have these contouring lines down the side, again just to help pull you in at the waist. But yeah, it is quite compressive. I do really like the fit of this, and I think these tops look great with leggings and great to sort of like cover you up if that's the sort of style that you like. I really like it when you have meet and greet style clothes on. I think the green and the green is making me look like a little bit like a Power Ranger. So I think maybe like going for like a white top just to sort of like mix the colors up would maybe have been better. But yeah, this again is a really nice top. Now, as I've mentioned, this is a racer back design. So when you're wearing the Vic Bra, you can obviously see the straps at the side. However, if you got the Carina bra, then it would match up with this racer style top and not look as silly sort of like with the straps down the side, if that makes sense. If you don't want as much compression and you are in between sizes, I maybe would size up in this. I do feel like it is quite compressive actually for a tank top, but it's meant to be like that because it's meant to sort of like pull you in and give you that sort of hourglass shape. So let me know your thoughts to this in the comments. So next up we have the Starr bodysuit. Now I've got this in the color pewter. I did actually try out the leaner bodysuit when that came out. Again, that was the Tenacity fabric. This again is the Tenacity fabric. This one's meant to be a lot better fitting. I did find with the leaner bodysuit, like at the sides, it's sort of like gaped a little bit. Whereas bodysuits, I feel like you just need to be like pulled in with no like gaps or anything. I think they look a lot better. So I absolutely love bodysuits and I prefer wearing these. I think it's because you've got your stomach covered, and I just feel so much more comfortable and confident when I have a bodysuit on. So really, really excited to try this one. It does have a little cutout on the back of this, nice thick supportive straps, which I like. You do have built-in padding. They are removable. It's the same sort of subtle scrunch as we've seen on these leggings, but just on the bodysuit. I'm hoping they're not going to be too short. Typically in the winter, I would like to wear a bodysuit with like joggers over the top. And by the way, Alphalete, where are a set of joggers? Because I've been wanting and waiting for joggers for a very long time, and we're on drop 5 now and we've not seen a pair. So I'm hoping if there's drop 6, drop 7, we're going to get some joggers soon. I would love a nice pair of oversized joggers, please, and thank you. This is the color pewter. I really do like this. I think again, these gray colors are really in and trending right now, at least for this time of of the year. Whether those colours will change. I'm seeing a lot of burgundy colours coming out as well. So hopefully we've got some burgundy colours coming in the future for Alphalete. You've got the same sort of contouring details, sort of similar to the top that I've got on. So it's basically joining the pieces that I've tried on, but an all-in-one. I actually forgot to mention everything that I've got is in a size small, apart from the jacket. Now this is the new jacket and it's very lightweight. It's quite a thin material, and I did go up to a size medium because when I tried the jacket from the last drop, it was very tight and very, very compressive. So I didn't know if this one was sort of going to be the same. So I went up a size. However, it does feel looser and a lot thinner. I feel like this is going to be very see-through as well. It was a shape jacket that I tried last time. That was very compressive. So if you like that jacket, I probably would size up if you're in between sizes. So this is the Flex hoodie, and obviously it's in the color white. It's very, very lightweight. There's also no thumb holes on this one. I can already see that it's like quite sheer in certain places on this jacket. It is quite long in length as well, but there's no thumb holes to sort of like pull it forward. So I'm guessing I'm just gonna have to rock the ruching look. Actually, no, I think I am glad that I've sized up to a medium. I feel like it's quite tight across my back. I do have a very broad back though. You've probably seen from those earlier clips. It is double lined sort of at the pocket, that you can't really see the green on this area because it is double lined here. But on this top section, like you can see through it, that's only got a single layer. So I don't feel like it's given like a consistent coverage. I think this would have looked better if they sort of double lined the whole jacket, but it is still nice and fitted. It does feel really nice and soft against your skin. I love these sorts of jackets for this time of the year just to have on as a cover up as we're going more into the winter months, which I don't really know. I'm one of those people that moan that it's too hot in the summer and then moan that it's too cold in the winter. Like there's just sort of like no in between with me. I'm just basically never happy with the weather. So you do have two pockets. There's no zip though, so be careful of what you're storing in them because things will fall out. I think this jacket would look better in the darker colors just because it's not double lined everywhere. So you're sort of gonna get like transparent places where it's only got a single layer, but then it looks more solid white where you've got the double layer. And then you have the hood as well on this jacket. I'm not the sort of girl that wears hoods, not gonna lie, but we'll see what it looks like. So it probably would not wear this with the hood up, but you know, if it's raining and you've just washed your hair, might have to at some point. But again, it's very, very light. I feel like it's just gonna go through it, the material, to be fair. It's very thin. But yeah, that's the hood up anyway. And then obviously that's what it looks like on the back. It is quite tight across the back at the top. I don't know if you can see sort of like bulges or anything, but it is quite tight up there. But I do have a big broad back, so if you have a smaller frame, I would say you will be fine. So yeah, let me know what you think to this in the comments. I don't really know what I prefer. I think I actually preferred the shape jacket, but maybe just size up in the shape jacket as opposed to this one. Don't really know if I'll use the hood, but it's nice that they've got an option for a hood if you're one of those hooded types of girls. I just don't suit hats or hoods or anything like that, so I was literally nearly about to film my outro and then just actually realised that I've not even shown you the bodysuit. So I'm gonna go put the bodysuit on now because I think that's gonna look really, really nice. And I was meant to match it with this white top. I was obviously too excited and completely forgot about it. So we're back with the Starr bodysuit. So yes, this is a really nice fit. Again, I would say if you're in between sizes, you could potentially size down in this. I think if you are that size, stick to your true size also. This is a lot better fit than the leaner bodysuit that previously launched. I can't even remember what drop that launched in. This is a lot better fit. Like I'm not getting the gaping at the sides. It is more fitted to my body. So I really like the thick supportive straps on these. I don't feel like they're digging in too much. I feel like even if they are, the material is like so soft, it's not going to be irritable. I do feel like it's a little bit tight around this bit here. I feel like I am getting like a little bit of bulging underneath. That's just because I do have a bigger lower back. I tend to get that a lot anyway, especially when I'm going through like a growth phase. I store a lot of body fat on my upper body, especially on my back. So I do have a little bit of bulge in there. I mean, it's not too awful, to be honest, but yeah, definitely can see a little bit of bulge in there. If you have like a smaller torso, smaller frame, I think this will fit you really, really nicely. So you do have these contouring details on the tummy, but these ones at the side definitely do help to sort of like pull you in at the waist. I don't feel like you're getting as much tummy control on these. I do feel like I got more tummy control on the leggings as I do on the bodysuit. I think it's because this band's quite low, so it's almost like it's like a low rise, but normally like you would have a seam that sits there with compression to sort of give you that lower tummy control. So I would have liked maybe this contour line to sit a little bit higher with some added compression on the lower tummy area. Like I'm sucking in now, but that's what it's like when I'm not. So it's sort of like doesn't like cinch you in like I would if I had like a high-rise pair of leggings on. Hope that makes sense. So the shorts on these do have a 5-inch inseam, so I much prefer a longer... What's the matter? What? Hey? What's the matter, Milky Moose? Yeah. What's the matter? To be fair, he's been pretty calm this morning. Normally, as soon as I get the camera out on the light, he's zooming around the house and I can't even think. But he's been very calm today, but obviously he's not getting as much attention now that I'm speaking to you guys, but I'll go give him some fuss after I've done this video. We're nearly there, guys. As I've mentioned, these do have a 5-inch inseam, so they're not like a really short pair of shorts. They do sort of come down mid-quad. Again, I love that. I love the sort of like longer length shorts. I don't really typically wear a lot of shorts. I find that I have like a lot of cellulite like on the back of my legs, so I just feel more comfortable in leggings. But obviously in the summertime it's too hot to wear leggings. But I would actually love Alphalete to do a full length bodysuit. I think that would be absolutely amazing and make my day, to be honest. But again, you've got a subtle scrunch, very similar to the Elevate leggings. It's very subtle. Again, don't try and pull the scrunch up because you are going to get that front CT. I do find with these shorts though, these give you more of a front CT than the Elevate leggings. I didn't find that with the Elevate leggings you got that, but even when I haven't pulled these up, like with my legs closed together, I do find that I am getting that. So just be mindful of that. But I think they're a very nice shape. I like the cutout that you've got at the back. I like that you've got thick straps across the back as well, and I do really like this back design. There's no gaping at the sides whatsoever with the leaner bodysuit, like you did get the gape in here. So I really like the back of this. I think it fits really, really nicely. Yes, I absolutely love this. Would either prefer a full length bodysuit or just bring out some joggers so I can wear over the top of these, because I love that look as well. But yes, let me know what you think to this in the comments. Bodysuits are like very hit and miss. I feel like you either love them or hate them. They're a little bit like Marmite. You either love them or hate them. I personally love them, but whenever I speak to people, they're like, oh no, I don't like bodysuits. But I am one of those people that will rock up to the gym in a bodysuit. Like, I can't explain just how more comfortable I feel in a bodysuit. I love them. And people are like, yeah, let's just go out for a little walk, a little stroll in a bodysuit, and I'm full on there training in them. I do actually wonder why I'm the only person ever really training in a bodysuit, but that's just me. We're all different, guys, and we all have different things that we love, and that's what makes us unique. So I'm going to continue to rock my bodysuits. So guys, that is drop 5. I hope you found this review video useful. I hope I've managed to show you what the items look like. I'm going to be honest, this hasn't been my favorite drop that Alphalete have done, but they're still items that I would wear and still items that I would go and buy in more colors. I think my favorite thing that they've launched so far are the pump leggings, and that is speaking volumes because I'm not someone who likes mid-rise leggings, and the pump are mid-rise, but I really love the pump. Like, I can't get enough of the pump. And I think what I'm going to do is, because they do the pump leggings in the court green, is I'm going to get the Carina bra, the one the 2 sizes that I didn't get. I'm gonna get the Karina bar in the cork green color as well, because I think that will make a really cute set. So if you want to head over to my Instagram, I will be posting pictures of that when they come in the post. So really excited to that. I'll put my Instagram on the screen and put it in my description as well. Would absolutely love your support over there as well. But fingers crossed. I don't know if there's gonna be a drop 6. I don't know why we're going up like with the numbers either. Normally drops have like collections, like name collections, but we're just getting like the drop 1, the drop 2, the drop 3. And I can't actually really remember where I am at with them. But hopefully in future drops, we start to see some joggers, longer length bodysuits. I'm so excited for the autumn gym, winter gym fashion. I literally am so excited. I've literally cleared the whole of my wardrobe out of the summer stuff and waiting to restock it with the winter stuff. So Alphalete, please, if you're watching this, can you let me know if they're coming? Please and thank you. But I'll be back soon as always for another review video. If you do like my review videos, it would absolutely mean the world to me if you can follow and subscribe to my channel. I literally love talking about activewear. I can talk for days about activewear. We do activewear reviews weekly. I am a big obsessed Alphalete fan. You will always see Alphalete videos on the channel. As soon as a new drop comes out, I get it. I review it. I absolutely love it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you very soon for my next one.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not